The company ended FY23 on a very strong note. Their margins expanded while they posted a net profit in Q4 versus a loss on a year-on-year basis. Himanshu Mody, who is the CFO at Suzlon Energy, joins us now to talk more about their Q4 numbers. Also, there is this transmission fee waiver on wind projects. We spoke to Inox Wind about it yesterday, and they were very bullish on, the way forward for the industry. So let's find out more about that. Thanks a lot for joining us, Mr. Mody. Good morning to you. First, before asking you about your business itself, can you tell us this proposal to waive off transmission fees? Will it impact Suzlon in any way? I understand that this is mostly for green hydrogen and ammonia-based projects. So what percentage of your own business comes from this area, and what could the likely savings be, if at all, in the near term? Any numbers that you can share with us?
So whilst, I don't see any immediate short-term or medium-term impact, but as you rightly said, it is for green ammonia and hydrogen. But one must understand that, emission or generation of green ammonia or hydrogen, wind as a back-end source is also will play an important role into it. So certainly a positive policy move in the long term for the sector.
In terms of earnings, can you tell us a little bit about what, FY24 is going to shape up like in terms of, transition of projects, closure of, a lot of issues in the company, like the rights issue, etc., the debt reduction targets. Can you give us some milestones on what FY24 would look like?
So as we announced our order book, cumulatively, we are sitting on to about 1.5 gigawatts of orders, which are confirmed. And a large part of those, close to 50% plus of those orders are for FY24 within the company. So far as the balance sheet is concerned, now the balance sheet has been completely streamlined. We now reported a net debt of close to 1,200 crores with cash on the books of close to about 700 crores. So a gross debt of 1,900. This, of course, has come down significantly by way of use of rights proceeds towards debt repayment, plus our own internal cash flow sources that have been used to repay down the debt. So from a debt perspective, I think the company is now at a very comfortable position, and we've ended FY23 with a very strong balance sheet. Our net worth has been positive and turned around a positive of 1,100 crores almost after a decade. Our PAT on the consolidated basis for FY23 for 167 crores, that has been a PAT almost after 6 years on a operational basis for the company. So I think the balance sheet and financial woes for the company are now totally behind us. Looking forward, our order book, as I said, 1.5 gigawatts already under our belt, and active negotiations on for a significant order book uptake as well. So
Mr.
going forward,
Mody,
performance focus.
Yeah. Mr. Mody, what does this translate? What is the value of these orders?
Difficult for me to quantify that right now, but certainly as you see...
In the ballpark, Mr. Mody, how much, what's the size?
So just to help you drop by ballpark, this year we did 664 megawatts in orders in FY23. And as I said, out of the 1.5 gigawatt, close to about 50 to 60% of that is already for FY24. So we already have about 750 to 800 megawatts of orders for FY24. So if you were to extrapolate...
You did revenues of about just under 6,000 crores in FY23. So you should be able to do about 8,000 crores in revenues, FY24?
That's right. By way of extrapolation, yes, that's good.
Okay. And what about margins on these orders in FY24?
Well, margins should strengthen, as you saw a significant uptake on our Q4 margins. So we've also been very picky and selective about the orders that we intake, where we have margins in play. So I think on a console basis, we should continue to be able to maintain the margins that we've reported for Q4.
Just a quick last question, Mr. Mody. This waiver of the interstate transmission fee, to what extent does that help you? Is there a quantifiable range that you can share?
So one must understand that the waiver of ISTS, has been available to the CNI customers on solar and wind already for projects that get under execution till 2025. The waiver policy that got announced a couple of days back for offshore wind, green hydrogen, and ammonia, these are typically our customers are the ones who benefit. The way it helps us is in higher increased order book and certainly better margins for those orders. So the industry, which has been in a downturn for last 5 to 6 years, as a result of these policy initiatives by the government of India, we should see significant uptick in the industry sentiments and performance over the next few years, triggered by these policy initiatives.
Mr. Mody, just one last thing very briefly. You said you're in negotiations for significantly more orders. Again, could you give us a sense of this? How large is this pipeline for you specifically?
Difficult for me to give you a sense, but obviously, we will announce those orders as we have under the listing guidelines. But, right now, difficult for me to put a number on those.
In 23, how much did you take in as new orders?
So in 23, because 23 was more a year of coming out of the financial issues for the company. As you can see, in 22, we had a debt of close to 6,000 crores and we're ending the year at about close to 1,900 crores. So it's been a significant reduction in debt for the company. So it was more a year of consolidation for the company. But now with the debt issues behind us, we have now started our business development activities quite aggressively. And that is reflected in the strong order book pipeline that we have available.
Got it. Mr. Mody, thank you very much. Appreciate you joining in and good luck, sir. Good chat as always. There is a